TIFU by checking a mousetrap immediately after hearing it snap. Alright, short story. We've had a mouse problem and I have several mousetraps put out. I've always been told that snap traps, the quintessential mousetrap that snaps a bar down on a mouse, is the most humane way to quickly dispatch a pesky mouse. This is not true. I was standing in the bathroom in my robe, brushing my teeth, when suddenly, snap. Got one. My wife and I said in harmony. I went to check on my trophy kill only to find a mouse, half alive, staring and panting at me. He looked so scared and immediately my heart sank and I wanted to cry. I immediately felt guilty and wished I could unsnap the trap. I am a firefighter and a paramedic and have seen countless horrible things. I have caught mice in snap traps before. But seeing this poor bugger suffering made me sick. I thought of the best way to finish the job. And first I thought about blasting it with a shotgun. But I didn't know the best way to do that at night. I eventually settled on beating it to death with a transfer shovel in my driveway while in my robe and underwear while apologizing profusely. Now I am sad. TLDRI gave a rodent a Viking's death. Your first thought to kill it was a shotgun? Damn. Many men can look death in the face and not blink. Few can look fear and panic dead on and not sympathize. Snap traps are the most humans. It's just that occasionally the mouse is running over the trap instead of going for the bait and it doesn't snap cleanly on their neck. I spent 2 horrible years working pest control and I can say I 1000000% hate rats. But I would tear up and feel horrible when I had to dispatch one that was alive in a trap. So awful. It's just a good way to know that you have compassion. A quick way to end their suffering is to snap another trap directly on their neck. LPT put the trap inside a paper lunch bag. It keeps the mouse from accidentally setting it off because they can only get it from one direction. It also helps when it comes time to dispose of the rodent. You don't have to see or touch it. Learned this the hard way when my trap sprung and I was home alone. I had to go next door and ask my neighbor to come and help me because my fear of being near dead things is off the charts. Fun times. Fun times. I saw a deer get hit on the highway recently. Made me realize I'm not the manly man I thought I was. Seeing it flail around with that look of fear in its eyes was brutal. I hope someone came along and dispatched it as gracefully as you did. Last place we rented had a mouse between the first and second floor of the townhome. Landlord set a snap trap in our garage ceiling where there was some drywall already cut out. The next morning, groggy opening the door leading to the garage where I am parked, I see the snap trap with a dead, large mouse hanging from the ceiling swaying back and forth in the dimly lit garage. Guess he attached a string to the trap to easily retrieve it. Instead it snapped, killed the mouse and fell back down the hole and made me damn near shit myself before work. Tears of joy. So, my kids used to get upset about mousetraps and talked me into getting the catch and release kind. More humane, right? The thing is, they become the most inhumane kind if you're the type of person that forgets to check them for weeks at a time. I'm back to using snap traps now. Very lovely. Indoor-outdoor cat. Cat sat for a number of months, once brought home a half-alive baby mouse. My partner, our housemate, and I all cried, and when a quick Google told us it would probably soon die of shock. We made it a cozy bed, cut up some muesli, nuts, and raisins, put some water out in a teaspoon and sat with him for a few hours, apologizing and weeping and waiting for his inevitable death. We named him Chester. Chester took 2 full days to die. Long enough for us to become bright-eyed and hopeful at his seemingly beginning to recover. And make him a lovely little shoebox home until he was ready to return to the wild. Only to then find him dead under his cozy blanket out of nowhere. 3 adults in the house, all absolutely crushed and dismayed. I've got one of the rocker traps. I catch them live and then release them at least 4 miles away. You might also want to get a cat. Cats are nice. I once had to do this. It was caught in a glue trap and had been there all night. I positioned it just right and crushed its head. From then until evening I felt pretty sick to the stomach. Not because of disgust, but because of the mouse's desperate eyes. You put a decent end to its suffering and yours. I've killed 38 in my garage this winter. I'm over feeling badly about killing the little hantavirus vectors. Same thing happened in my uni house. I ended up hitting it with a pan. Another one survived while I was out and my housemates left it outside until someone, me, come back to kill it. But either a cat or a bird took the mouse and the trap away. Still remember the first one vividly. I live rodents. And since then I've only bought the stronger variants of the snap traps, and also used the live mouse catchers. The live ones are great, but you have to release them far from the house or they'll come back. Mouse traps kinda suck. You need a bucket trap. Or, wheel of death, as it's referred to in my area. You need 1 bucket, 1 pop can, 1 wire coat hanger, some peanut butter. Take an empty pop can. Drill, stab or with a hole in the bottom. Centered. That will fit a coat hanger wire. Straighten a coat hanger out. Feed it through both ends of the pop can. And secure it to the top of a bucket about 1/4 full of water. Plumbing antifreeze if you're leaving it at the cottage over the winter. Slap some PB around the whole pop can and make sure it spins freely. You might have to prop something up to make a bridge for the rodents to access the top of bucket. The rodent will smell the PB, climb up and walk on the pop can, causing it to roll. Rodent dies a sailor's death, and the trap resets itself. Use no-kill traps. Take the mouse out to rural areas and release it. That is the most humane method to clear the mouse from your house. You know they make traps that are little cages, right? Then you just take them out to a park and put them back in the wild rather than killing them. Google hantavirus and make sure your house and shovel is clean of any rat juices. I saw a video of one's hand getting stuck in one and it ripped its hand off. That's all the dude saw when he went to check the trap. There's actually have a heart traps that are truly humane. Trap M. Drive M a few miles away. Drop M in a field. You can get humane live traps. We had them for both squirrel and mouse sizes. When we do have mouse issues, I take them for a lil car ride and let them go at the dump. I love watching them scurry away to their new delightfully stinky home. https www.haveaheart.com/ So you can get humane ones. Bung some peanut butter one end. Mouse goes in. Doesn't die. Just waits to be released. Much easier than clubbing them to death. Although getting the peanut butter off the trap is a little fiddly, but probably no more so than scraping up mouse innards from the floor.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.